Up though YouTube, Gun Freak Nation. It's your boy T Electric. Are y'all armed out there? I want to talk to y'all about, staying alive. I want to talk to y'all about staying alive. In today's crazy times, man, you gotta make sure you stay armed. You can't put your safety, in the hands of the police or anybody else. You have to be armed. You got to take that responsibility upon yourself to be armed, to protect you and your loved ones. You got to protect you and your loved ones at all times. I'm gonna say this to you. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but police, it's not their job. They the cleanup crew. That's what the police are. They the cleanup crew. They're not crime fighters. They're crime responders. You feel me? They're crime responders, not crime fighters. So the number one person that's responsible for protecting you and your loved ones lie within you. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna ask you this question. I ain't trying to sound like no broken record, but okay. It's 5 in the morning. You hear somebody kicking in your window, kicking in your door, and you don't have a firearm. You don't have a firearm to defend yourself. What are you going to do? Probably the first thing you're going to do is probably more than likely, you're going to call 911. You're going to call 911, and what the operator going to do is tell you to conceal yourself, basically to hide. And she going to keep you on the phone, and she's going to ask you, well, how many intruders it is, as if you're going to go down or, sneak up on them and find out how many it is. You only speculate because you hear them downstairs. But what I want to know is what's going to happen when they make their raid upstairs to where you are or wherever you are. Whether your bedroom is downstairs or upstairs or in the basement, they're going to come for you. They coming for you. So what are you going to do? Tell me. I'm right here. I'm listening. I'm waiting on you. I'm talking to you. The person that's watching me right now that don't believe in having guns. I'm ready. What are you going to do? You want to hide? You want to hide underneath your bed? You want to hide in your closet? Well, guess what? They're gonna look there. You wanna try to hide up in your attic if you can get to it in time. My thing is, you gotta be able to protect you and your loved ones at all times, man. You gotta get out of that mentality that, oh, the police gonna be here in 2 seconds. And come and arrest the bad guy. No, it don't work like that. We living in different times now, man. And let me turn this music down because y'all really need to hear this. As I was saying, we are living in a different time, man, where it ain't just one intruder coming in. It ain't just one, home invader coming in, man. They coming in deep. They coming in deep. You hear me? Deep. They coming in 6 to 8. I saw on my Citizen app that at one point it was up to 10. All armed, covering all doors, kicking all doors in simultaneously. So my thing is, how can you combat a situation like that where your doors are being kicked in at the same time? And they don't even at this point they don't even care if they're seen by neighbors. They call them hit and runs. They want it up in there. They're gonna be up in there for 2 to 3 minutes and they out. But within those 2 to 3 minutes, guess what? Guess what? You can die in less than a minute if they smashing your fucking head in. If they smashing your head in with the butt of one of these, or they can just shoot you. So I'm begging you, have a little bit more love for yourself and for your family to be able to protect them, man. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of families murdered, a lot of marriages broken up, relationships broken up because they could never recover from the trauma of being victims. You feel me? And I don't want y'all, Gun Freak Nation, I already know, y'all already know what time it is. But I'm talking about the people that's tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to be able to protect yourself at all times. I say even go as far as getting a license to carry your gun, concealed. Here in Michigan, they call it a CPL. You know what I'm saying? That's a concealed pistol license. I have one, so wherever I go, I have my Glock 19 on me at all times. I ain't been perfect. There's been some times where I don't rushed out, if it's an emergency or something and I forgot to bring it. But that only, I beat up myself for that because that's when you will need it, the time that you do forget to put it on you. So you got to have that on you just like you putting on your underwear, just like you putting on your socks, just like you putting on your outfit, man, your shoes. You gotta wear that gun on you too. You feel me? Because there's a lot of evil people out here in the world that don't give a damn, man. They don't have no regards for human life. They don't have no regards for if you have children in your house. They would try to do harm to your child, to your children. I'm going to tell y'all, I spoke about this incident in one of my other home invasion videos, man, but it's on my mind and I need to say it again for those who didn't watch that video. A few years back, it was a guy. Well, first of all, it was two fucking savages that had just got, I believe they had got paroled out of prison, and they was together. They got paroled out of prison, and they came across. They was out in the streets, and they came across this successful suburban guy. The two dudes. Race don't really matter, but the two dudes, the two savages, they were right, and the successful guy that lived in the suburbs, he was right too. But anyway, they spotted him and sized him up, and they decided to carjack him. They decided to rob and carjack him. So, a criminal, they can size people up. So I guess they looked at him, saw how he was dressed, and they figured he had money. So when they carjacked him, they he made one of the biggest mistakes of his life. They made him, they forced him to go back to his home where his family was at. I know he was married, and I think he had two kids. He had a daughter and he had a son. That's mistake. That's rule number one. If somebody get the drop on you, you never let them take you to another location, because that's just going to be the second crime scene where they murder you. That's how you got to think. They ain't going to just, they not taking you off somewhere to cook you dinner. They're taking you off somewhere so they can have some privacy to torture you and just finish killing you off. So really, you're going to your death site. So always keep that in mind. If somebody get the drop on you and they trying to make you, it's a reason why they trying to take you to another location. They taking you there to kill you, to rape you, to kill you, or whatever. It ain't gonna end right. But anyway, the main thing is you never take them back to your home, especially if you know you got your family there. So he did. He took them back to the house, a big, beautiful ass, like mini mansion, man, in the birds, man. This guy was very successful. I don't know what his job was, but obviously he was successful because he was wealthy. But that's number one. He fucked up when he took them back to his house. And the first thing they did was they tied everybody up. Once they got inside, they tied everybody up. And then I think, from what I remember, is they took him out again. Well, one of them took him out while the other one held his family hostage. And they went to some ATMs and they withdrew. They had him withdraw money and all that. And once they got the money, they took I believe they took the kids and tied them up in their beds. You know, with rope and shit. Tied them to their beds. I know that they beat the guy. They took turns beating him. And they took him down in the basement and tied him up. They beat the kids. The boy the son was tortured. They say he had burned cigarette marks all over his body. So they took pleasure, torturing him, you dirty bastards. They raped his wife. Matter of fact, they took his wife in the basement, raped her, gang raped her basically, and then they strangled her. And he was watching that. He watched them rape his wife and strangle his wife to death. They beat on him some more, went upstairs. You know what? I gotta turn this music off because this is too deep. I just want to say rest in peace to all the victims, and I don't want to have no fucking background, music playing in the back when I'm talking about these are people's lives. You feel me? These are people's lives, man. They didn't deserve for that to happen to them. Nobody wants to be a victim. You feel me? Nobody wants to be a victim. So you know what the animals did? While the son and the daughter was strapped up, tied up to their beds, they raped the daughter. Then those bastards set the house on fire. That man lost his entire family. They died. His kids died from smoke inhalation. They strangled his wife to death. And the fucked up part about it, and I hate to even say it's fucked up, but I know it's fucked up for him because he got to live with it for the rest of his life. He lived. because he was in the basement. I think one of the neighbors reported that it was a fire at their house, and they was able to get there in time to rescue him. But it was too late for his kids, man. They died from the smoke. The smoke took them out. And this is why I say that you got demons out there, man. That you got people that don't give a damn about your life. Their sole purpose is to torment you and torture you and murder you, man. They want you to be a victim. And I'm begging and pleading with y'all, listen. Y'all stay armed. Stay armed. I don't give a damn if it's a 22. At least let it is anything is better than nothing. I got another story for y'all, man. It was some serial killer, man. I forget the bastard's name, man, but he was kidnapping and raping women, man. They got this shit on video. A girl, no, she was just 19 years old, man, and she was working at was it a donut shop or a coffee shop, man? This motherfucker, man, the video, I wish I could find the video. I would have it playing in the background. The girl was getting ready to close the shop. It was time for them, you know. Me personally, I would never want to be by myself at a store or whatever, man, because you a sitting target. But anyway, she was getting ready to close the shop up. This motherfucker came in with a ski mask on and a gun, and you can see, you know, she was cleaning up on the surveillance camera. She was getting ready to close the shop, and he walks in there, just ran in there and pointed the gun at her, and you can see when she went back like that, man, like she was just shocked. You know what I'm saying? She was just shocked. Beautiful, beautiful young woman. And he made her, you know, turn the lights off. So, because obviously he knew it was cameras in there. So she turned the lights off, and he kidnapped her. They showed the outside cameras with him and her walking to his car. Now, from my understanding, when they caught his ass, he told her that he was sent to kidnap her for ransom, which was a lie. So he took her back to his house. He had a little shed in the backyard that had a stereo in it, and he turned the stereo up loud. He took the shed. So couldn't none of his neighbors hear her screaming. He tied her up. You know, put something over her mouth and tied her to a chair and told that woman, she was only 19 years old, told her who he really was and what he was going to do to her, and that he was going to murder her. So you can only imagine the fear that was going through that she's just a girl, man, a kid, 19 years old. You can imagine the fear. You this guy got you tied up to a chair, and he telling you he's a serial killer and that he about to rape you, and then he gonna kill you and chop you up in pieces. And I'm gonna tell you how sick this motherfucker is. He raped her, strangled her, put her body in a deep freezer, went on vacation out of town with his family while she was froze in the freezer. When he got back from his vacation, he went and got her body out of the freezer, dressed her back up, took a needle and thread and stitched her eyelids up, and got a newspaper and took a picture of her. Dressed her up, took a picture of her, and made it seem like she was still alive, so he could try to get some ransom from her family. And if you don't believe it, how weird this weird old motherfucker was, look it up. You can find it by saying You can Google. All you got to do is just Google victim, murder victim eyelids was stitched up or sewed up, and it'll pop up, and you'll see the video and everything when he kidnapped her, man. So after he done that, he then dismembered her, chopped her body up. So you got, I'm gonna say this, you got some sick fucks in the world, and that's why you need something like this, man. It ain't gotta be this. Like I said, it could be a regular handgun. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in Detroit, so we got professional motherfucking home invaders, you know, breaking in people's houses. Sometimes up to 10 deep, all armed, with Dracos and AR-15s. You feel me? So you need something on this caliber of a weapon to at least be the equalizer and fight they funky, stinking asses back and send they stinking asses to Funky Town. Because I guarantee you, I don't give a fuck how many they are. If they see you with something like this, they're going to turn their funky asses around and get the fuck out of there. You know why? Because they fucking cowards at the end of the day. Especially if they see one of their homies get shot by one of these. If they see one of their homies get their fucking brains blew out. And like I said, you might, man, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to you. They ain't no normal ass people. I don't even consider them people. They fucking savages, man. And they hopped up off of that dope. They hopped up off of drugs. So you know what? You really, if you can afford something like this, get it. If you can afford you an AK-47, buy it. If you can afford you an AR-15, buy it. Because them motherfuckers gonna have AR-15s and AK-47s. And they hopped up off of drugs. So they might just up the ante and try to fight it out with you instead of running out. That's why I say I love, you know, shotguns. But as you can see, all my shotguns hold at least, you know, 14 rounds. And I still wouldn't use that. I want something that's going to hold 30 rounds in it. Something that's proficient that you know going to get the job done. Something that you know going to go through some fucking body armor. A shotgun is real good, but the average shotgun probably hold no more than maybe, 6-7 shells? And if they got ARs and AKs, it's no fucking match. Because you're going to eventually, if they decide to stick it out and have a shootout with you, a gunfight with you, then guess what? At some point, you're going to have to reload. You hear me? And anytime you in a situation where you got to fucking reload, your ass, you is in trouble. You never want to be in a gunfight where you got to reload. That means they trying to kill your ass. Shit, you can hear the sirens in the background right now, baby. When I say I'm in the hood, I'm in the motherfucking hood. And I don't got some comments. Man, if you in the hood like that, you got about $30,000-$40,000 worth of guns. You know, why don't you move into a better neighborhood or the suburbs or something? Fuck that. I'm not running. I ain't scared of these fucking savages, man. I'm not scared of these fucking savages. I saw plenty of times where people done left the city, left Detroit to go out to them suburbs, and they got killed. Because guess what? Crime and crazy motherfuckers is everywhere. And I'm going to let you know something too. If the government was to make everybody fucking billionaires, not millionaires, but billionaires. If they pass a law saying whatever, if they pass some type of bill where they was making everybody a millionaire, yeah, we just going to print up enough money in this country where everybody going to be rich. Filthy rich, billionaires. You know, it's going to eliminate a lot of crime because there ain't going to be no need for nobody to even rob or kill. And they're going to get the money back because the government going to get the money back because everybody going to be going on spending sprees. You know what I'm saying? But it's one thing that ain't gonna stop. And that's gonna be people killing people. Even if you rich, that's just how it is. It's gonna always be a crazy motherfucker, whether he rich or not, that's gonna feel the need and the urge to kill somebody, man. You ain't gonna never eliminate that shit. It's been happening since the beginning of time, since the beginning of humanity, and it ain't gonna stop. So you got these politicians, oh, you know what? We gonna cut down on crime, murders and all that. We just gonna make it harder for people to get the law-abiding citizens to get weapons, to buy guns, which is dumb as fuck. Because you think the criminal give a fuck about that? You think the criminal is going to give up his gun? Hell no, man. It's going to be like the purge for him. He going, oh shit. He going to feel like he, invincible. He can go rob and kill at will. If we don't have guns to protect ourselves, but you got these idiot fucking politicians, liberals, Democrats, that for whatever reason, they don't want us to have our guns, man. They feel like, in their crazy fucked up mind, they feel like that if we don't have guns, crime gonna go down. It's gonna be kumbaya. It ain't gonna be, no more shootings and no more crime, and we depend on them and only them, and therefore they gonna have control over us. Because anytime when you depend on somebody, hey man, that's a form of control. They controlling us then, and that's what they want. That's the ultimate goal, man. They want us to live in they fucked up utopian, fucked up vision of things, man. It's all fucked up, man. It really is, man. I hope Trump run for president again in 2024. He the only crazy motherfucker that didn't give a fuck and wasn't no real fucking politician. That's why they hated that guy. I'm surprised they didn't try to assassinate him. They hated that guy. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, he wasn't trying to take away our motherfucking guns. You feel me? I didn't agree with everything he did, but he was just as crazy as me. But one thing, he loved us gun-loving Americans. You feel me? Do you understand? He wasn't going for all that bullshit, the riots and shit that was happening, man. He was ready to smash that shit. You feel me? So, I don't like what's going on. We under attack. And the ATF love fucking with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Now they got it where we can, write a letter or something. And it's like, it's almost like we bagging them bastards, man. Anywhere it go, at the end of the day, I really don't think it's going to make a fucking difference, because they're going to do what they want to do. They got the most anti-gun administration backing them up. So if you want my motherfucking brace before I pay you $200 or whatever, I'll take that bitch off and stick it up your motherfucking ass. You ain't getting shit out of me. Fuck you. I don't understand you motherfuckers. All you want to do, we ain't did shit. We just love our guns, and we love being able to protect our families and our fucking property. We not out there committing no fucking crimes. So why do you want to nitpick at us? You some dirty motherfuckers. Dirty, stinking bastards. And if you ever came to my house with your guns out and you pointing your guns at my family, guess what? I'm going to point mine right back at you. And I'd rather go out like the Branch Davidians did. Fucking bastards. I just want y'all, look. I don't mean to be getting all emotional and upset, man, but we got some dirty motherfuckers that's running the country, man, and they power hungry, and they want to have control over us so they can enslave us. You feel me? Have us dependent on them, I say arm the fuck up, get you, If you can afford it, get you an AR-15, get you something high power to keep these fucking savages up off of you. Keep them fucking savages at bay. Because it's real. I'm not making this shit up. This shit is real. They're going in and they raping the woman. Listen, if you're a woman watching this and it's a home invader coming up in there, you 100% more than likely, I ain't about to sugarcoat shit. They gonna rape the fuck out of you. They gonna make you suck their dicks. And they're going to run a train on you and rape you, and then they're going to strangle you to death and probably set the house on fire. So get you a gun and blow they motherfucking brains out. Send they stinking asses to Funky Town. They even raping the men now. They making the couples have sex, watching them, videotaping them, and then after they get they fucking rocks off or whatever, then they're going to rape the man and then rape her. So y'all, listen. Stay fucking armed. Okay? I love each and every one of y'all. Hit that like button. Smash that subscribe button. We Gun Freak Nation, man. We ain't taking shit from nobody. We gonna stay fucking armed. We gonna stay fucking blessed. We gonna stay fucking righteous. And we gonna stay responsible. Learn your rapping. Be proficient with your rapping. Learn it inside and out and be comfortable shooting that motherfucker. And don't worry about if you got to send one of them stinking asses to Funky Town, because it's either you or them. I salute y'all. I love y'all. Salute.